All right, so today you're doing paper sewing in class. Before you can do that, you need to know how to get the machines out safely and what the things are that you need to get with them. So when you grab your sewing machine, you're going to put your hand behind the machine here, pull it out, put one hand on the bottom, the other on the handle, and carry it like this. Don't carry it like this. I don't want you to drop it, hurt yourself, or hurt someone else, or potentially break the machine. The other thing you need to know to get out with your machine is your power cable and your foot pedal. Now, the power cable has this handy dandy Velcro strip on it. If yours is missing one, or if you happen to lose yours, there are more in the black set of drawers near my desk. When you go to pack these up at the end of the period, you are going to fold it in half 3 times. So 2, 3, then take the little Velcro strip, move it to the middle, wrap it around. The other thing that I've done with the cables that I will show you is that they all have a little tag on them with their number. The foot pedals also have the numbers on them. Some of them are scribbled out like that, but that's just for other reasons. Now, there's a cable with the foot pedal. It is stored inside the pedal like this. The foot pedal is made of plastic and unfortunately is fairly breakable. So it is important that you're not dropping it to the floor or smashing it into things. Having said that, the cable is also fairly fragile. You know when you're wearing headphones and one of the ears stops working and you wiggle the cable and it starts working again? That can happen with these cables. Now this cable attaches the foot pedal to the machine, and the foot pedal is what you press to make the machine go. So if the cable's not working, you can't make the machine go. I can replace these things, but they're fairly expensive and I don't want to. I'd rather spend my budget on things that you can use like buttons and felt and fun things like that. So be gentle with it and don't break it. Now, on the machine itself, what I need to show you are 2 or 3 things. So on the back of the machine here is the hand wheel. When you turn the hand wheel, it makes the needle go up and down. Turn it towards yourself, it's easier, that's the way that it just works better. Underneath that, there's a little black section that has where you plug in all the different cords, and there's a little switch. The switch has a 0 and a 1 on it. If the 0 is pressed down, the machine is off. If the 1 is pressed down, the machine is on. The other thing I want to show you is this switch here on the back of the machine. This is the switch that lowers and raises the presser foot. Now, for my safety talk, there are 2 things I need to talk about when it comes to the sewing machine and safety. The first one is the presser foot is the way to keep yourself safe. So the presser foot is this little metal thing that sits around the needle. On these machines, when the presser foot is in the up position, regardless of if you step on the pedal or not, the machine will not move the needle. So when you're threading the machine, or if the machine is off and you're not sewing, or the machine is on and you're not sewing, keep the presser foot in the up position. The only time you want to put the presser foot down is when you are actually sewing. The reason for that is once the presser foot is down, the needle will move. And I have a story about a student who was struggling with his machine. He was sewing like this. It was stuck because the thread he had misthreaded the machine, and he was pulling on his machine like this, and he pulled the fabric and his finger went with it and the needle went right through his finger. Now it didn't get his bone or his nail, fortunately, but he did have to go to the hospital, get a tetanus shot, etc., etc. Not a pleasant experience. Now the only other way someone's ever hurt themselves with the machine has to do with my second rule, or an important rule that comes to the machine. If I'm using the machine and my partner sitting beside me, they are not touching the machine. I am the one in charge of the foot pedal, I am the one in charge of the hand wheel, no one else is touching the machine. The reason I say this is you have to know what your machine is doing because it could be potentially dangerous. When I had a student who was threading their machine and their partner thought it was funny if they would turn the hand wheel to make it harder for the person to thread the needle. Well, they did that and the needle scraped the person and they started bleeding. Unfortunately, we had another accident. So to make that not happen, only one person should be using the machine at once. Now, when you get machine, a couple of things, this comes off sometimes, you can just slip it back on. The other thing that's really important, there's a little piece of plastic here that covers the doohickey here. And I don't remember what it's called. Please don't take this off. We've lost 2 of these and you can't use the machine without them. So don't take any bits off the machine that you don't know. Yeah. So that's it. That's all you need to know for threading the machine. In a moment, you will be asked to come out maybe 2 or 3 groups at a time to get your machine. Do not plug them in and turn them on until you're told to. Otherwise, you will get your paper sewing. If you finish your maze early and your corners are nice and neat, get some goose paper and then you can try drawing some shapes on the goose paper, tracing them and seeing if you can do that. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoy it. It only took 4 takes to do this, but we got it. And I will see you later. Bye.